Hey everybody, what's up? I'm kind of back a little bit. Here's a phatmoto all taken apart. Poor thing, isn't it? Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad? I don't even use this thing anymore. Yeah, my man, the pull start on this thing broke on me. Also, so I have it basically held down with a piece of wire to hold it in place. Well, this thing's just a pain in the butt now, but either way. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what's up, and these guys definitely didn't want to get me a new frame because they said I modified the motor, so avoided the warranty or whatnot. So it's all right. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, it sadly did break at the weld. Let me get this light over here. Just a second here. It did seem like it broke at the weld. You know, in a place that wasn't necessarily normal. And then it just basically cracked the rest of the way. Alright, let's see here. So yeah, it's pretty horrible. Let's see here. This camera's terrible too. This is another phone I'm using, a piece of crap, but yep. It broke right there. That's where it seems like it originated at least. Come on, phone. Focus, there you go. So it's pretty ugly. I mean, it's pretty terrible. But either way, I'll just go ahead and weld it, and I'll get it up and running and get it better than they ever actually designed. They actually kind of sucked at designing this thing. This jack shaft is a terrible, terrible, terrible jack shaft. I mean, I've actually had to put basically, I think I cut a washer if I remember correctly, and I basically just forced it and compressed it in there to the bearing, because the bearings the race, I guess I was holding the bearing, is completely shipped off, and now the bearing can come out nice and easy, no problem at all. It's no longer straight. I mean, it's no longer tight in there and whatnot, so it moves around. Yeah, this thing is still the original clutch, you guys, but this thing is terrible. I know you guys hear that. It's pretty done for, you guys. I mean, it's terrible. But yeah, I actually put my own piece of copper tubing in there and everything else. It was pretty insane. But either way, yeah, this thing is gone. But this is let me show you guys my new ray around now. Just to have fun with. Yeah, this beast is fun, man. I've been having a lot of issues with it as well, like always, you know. But you know, I got this nice little cheap little three-wheeler. I've actually hit 61 miles an hour in this thing already. It's insanity. But yeah, this is the 196 electric start. I don't know why, but the motor it turned over the engine a few times, but it just stopped. It just stopped running. So I have no idea what's going on with it. I'm not even gonna bother calling Gas Bike to see if they'll send me another motor, because I'm pretty sure they won't even stand up for that. And I haven't modified the engine anyway. You can see that it's all stock. It's all stock. You know, so it's it's good to go. But yeah, I just got the lights taped up here. I have to find a light to put on there. I actually have to wire that up. But yeah, I just basically took some parts. It sucks that it has a 1 1/8, the 1-inch threaded, because I can't find a freaking good pair of shocks, and these things are too bouncy, man. They just, with high speed, when I hit a bump, it just bounces everywhere, because I can just literally just barely just pick it up at all, and it just comes right up. It's super light up front, of course, with all the weights in the back. But and the bike isn't very heavy to begin with, but with the engine it is. But it's been very lovely, man. That thing is so comfortable. It's not even funny. But yeah, well, the issues I was having with this thing, you guys, geez, man, it was obviously having to use that pineapple thing is just a pain in the butt. So I'm gonna get on the next month. I'm gonna go ahead and get a obviously the hub adapter, which is going to be much better, of course. But in all actuality, I mean, it didn't even fit the hub, to be honest with you. They sent it to me, and it didn't even fit my hub. I had to go and get some A8 screws, basically just regular machine screws, just to get it on there, man. It's been a pain in the butt. You can see the damage on the sprocket there. That's from the chain actually falling off, because of course, everything was just almost impossible to align. It was nuts. Of course, like everybody else probably has to do, I had to put some washers underneath the motor to actually get everything tight. It's been hectic. But either way, this wheel, you guys, this is the phatmoto's original front wheel. Come on, phone, just come on, be there you go. So I actually took the hub out of the phatmoto wheel And the spokes on the phatmoto wheel were slightly shorter than the ones that were on the wheel that belonged to this bike, which is this very similar one right here, which is the drive wheel for the pedaling. It has 7 speeds, by the way, which is actually makes it so much better to ride. I mean, Charlie, oh, fuck, excuse my language, but yeah, you guys. So I went ahead and took the phatmoto hub. I mean, the phatmoto wheel, not the hub. I took the rim itself and the spokes and the nipples, and they actually fit the hub on the 3-wheeler, which is a big deal for me. And I obviously have one of the phatmoto tires on there as well. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Ever since I put this on there, I mean, you can really tell the difference. It made a whole different, gave me a whole different feel. To be honest with you guys, it's basically getting me up to about 50 miles an hour, constant speed, you know, just on like a straightaway or whatnot. But if I start going slight downhill, I'm getting passed by semi trucks or an RV or something of the sort with a larger trailer. Oh man, this thing gets sucked up by them, and I hit 61 miles an hour on this thing, and it was insane. I was actually like, yeah, let me not ever do that again. I might end up killing myself with this. But yeah, so but it's been a lot of fun, man. You guys, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. The amount of money you spend on this versus the amount of money you spend on a phatmoto or any of those other gas bikes on 2 wheels, man. You guys, this ride is so much better, man. So much better. I can't wait to find a way to get this. If you guys know, man, because I've been looking for adaptation for the 1-inch threaded to a 1/1/8 threadless. I mean, if you guys know a way, or if you guys can help me, somebody can maybe make one for me or something like that. I can buy it from you guys. Something. Help me out, you guys. Because I want to put that into a much better suspension because I need much more control, especially for how light it is up front, man. Like I said, that those springs right there, they just bounce around. You know, I don't necessarily want to do anything to them when it comes to the springs. I mean, I could probably get some springs that are softer, but I mean, I don't know if that's just going to cause them to bounce around more. I don't know if I should do a conversion to air or something of the sort as well to it. Maybe that'll make them squishier and soft, obviously a little better to control. But you guys tell me, man. You guys let me know what you guys think, because I definitely want some opinions. And this thing has been absolutely phenomenal. But I will be honest with you guys, before you guys do decide to go for one of these cheaper, you know, Mofotos or whatever, these little cheap 3-wheelers or whatever, make sure, you know, that you guys are making a good decision. I mean, because I'm honestly, I'm probably going to get my buddy to go ahead and probably do some more weld touch-ups. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. I'm going to go ahead and do some research and see, you know, if it would be a good idea to go ahead and do some touch-up. I'm trying to get this. There we go. Some touch-up welding, because these welds, you guys, are mediocre at best. You see? Horrible welds. They kind of suck. So, you know, you don't really want welds like that on your bike, especially when you're going like 60 miles an hour, you know. But either way, I won't be going 60 miles an hour on this thing again, because these welds are just scary. But I mean, I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's been obviously solid. You know, and it's been lovely, to be honest. I put another bar here, which is probably not doing much except keeping it a little more compressed, which I'm going to get a bar to put across that, like a tube, to give it more stability and whatnot. I'm also going to try to get some plates and stuff like that, because I want to put the motor in the middle, in the center, because I had it on these. I had it on that sprocket right there, which is now I have to get a bolt removal tool, whatnot, the extraction tool, whatnot, to get the bolt out of it. But so that's why it's stuck there. I can't even put my rear band brake on there because of it. But either way, it was on there on a 28 tooth sprocket. It's on a freewheel hub system that was actually on one of these donor bikes that I have here. The Mongoose or whatnot. It had a 7-speed and everything else over there, and it was basically the donor for the freewheel, and I'm sorry, you guys. The band brake was actually on an adapter that was basically the same thread as a freewheel, you know, 7-speed hub. So I took the 7-speed hub and I went ahead and put a whole bunch of spacers from 2 hubs. I obviously need both of them to obviously have enough spacers, and then obviously I put the other sprocket on the front just for spacing, and then I of course locked it in place. But yeah, it was running off of 2 sprockets together in conjunction to make it a little bit wider. I'm not sure if that was a good idea or not, but it was actually working fairly well. It wasn't coming off. Nothing was happening to it. But in all actuality, you guys, that sprocket, the 28 tooth, once I did the math on the calculator, it said that it would do 108 miles an hour with that gearing with the 26-inch wheels. And I was like, man, that's not ever happened. That's why it basically stayed in super low RPMs the entire time. And that was 108 miles an hour at 3,600 RPMs, you guys, by the way. So, that was never happening with this bike. So I was like, all right, so I can find. So I decided to go ahead and put the pineapple bushing on, or whatever you want to call it. And that's where I started running into the problems and chain falling off, breaking spokes, and blase. You know how it is. And yeah, but either way, I finally got it, man. With this wheel that's so much more or so much less flexible, it's actually causing a lot more torque to go on. So I can actually go in the dirt and do a couple donuts now with this thing. It's not really crazy donuts or anything, but it's a lot of fun, man, you guys. I think this would be the much better choice on doing, especially if you guys decide I'm not going to say anything about money, but I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do the research. Unless you guys ask me and you guys want to know pricing, PM me if you can, because if you guys know how to do that, let me know, because I don't know how to do that, and I just definitely want to do it big, guys. So, all right, yeah, this is it. This is a really good freaking project you guys will probably love, and make sure you get it straight, because this is one of the tires I already had on here, and it's not doing too bad on wear, but let's see what we got over here. What do we got? Okay, this right here is the other one I had on there. And the alignment wasn't very good, so that was just one trip, maybe a total of 30 miles, and completely ate those tires. And both of them, actually, that's both of those two guys. I actually did both of those. So it ate those very quickly. So this one's been doing okay. I probably have about maybe 10 miles on it, so it looks pretty decent. But we'll see how much better it does after I've aligned it and obviously made that wheel much stiffer. But all right, you guys, take care, man. I hope you guys get a 3-wheeler, man. Hopefully somebody comes out and rides with me, man, because I haul ass in this thing. Talk to you later, guys. Peace.